Okay, welcome back guys. This is another video I'm doing on Chellington, and it's mostly going to be contracts. However, to offset the cost of hiring a worker, because I have one going right now on field 92, harvesting sunflowers, I'll also be doing sheep. I have 20 of them. And I'll be doing silage. Now I can only sell the silage when the clamp cannot hold anymore. And then I'll let it ferment. And once it's done, I'll start shipping it off to the BGA. You would have seen me in the first part of the episode getting all that set up. I own the BGA for $0, and I own the grass field behind my main farm. Now, the sheep also require straw, so I figured I'd just buy in the straw until I get enough field to buy, or enough money to buy my own field. So yeah, let's see how good we get this going. And once I get the sheep settled with, I will take off the hired worker on field 92, and I'll do it myself. And I do have a couple, well, I have one mod currently running. It's the John Deere telehandler. So let's tap over to that now. 52% full. Alright. There's my lizard pickup. And here's my John Deere. Alright, let's enjoy the ride back to the farm. Lower my boom down just a bit. Right there about. Or no, we're in the UK, so it's gotta be up like that. And then down like that. Otherwise, in reality, you get a, someone said 300-pound fine, even though they don't simulate that in the game. Well, through the hedge just a little. Now, I believe I'm too high for the bridge, so let's just drop it down a bit, bring the pallet forks in a bit more, there we go. And I have a feeling I'm going to need a straw blower. Also the fact that I don't know where to put the straw for sheep. Did I change the steering? No, but now I will. Now let's see if my suspicions are correct. Could the straw possibly go in here? Yep, it does. And how much did that fill them up? I'm gonna need more straw. So, most of this will be realistic, except for giving the sheep their straw. As you just saw, I drove into the shed there and the bale just vanished off the forks. No! That's another one gone. So probably, I'll get 3 more. Alright, that'll be for later because the combine is just about full. Almost got him before he stopped. And the contract is 33% done. So once I get these other 3 bales down to the farm, I'll unhire the worker and do this all myself. And I have an idea. To avoid taking the whatchamacallit, to avoid taking the John Deere back up there, there we go. These next 3 bales will be easy to pick up. Not saying first 2 are that difficult, but at least I don't have to take 2 vehicles over there now. And the Marshall trailer will be used for hauling the wool pallets. Now yes, in the first day I'm going to be spending a lot of money because there's still some other stuff I have to buy, like a windrower, and yeah, just the windrower. Well, yeah, I don't really want 2 mowers though, but it'll get the mowing done a whole lot faster. So why not? I'll even buy a second mower. Get it done quick and easy. And the person driving the combine for me is my old friend Chloe. I told her I was starting up a farm, and she said, how could I help? And I said, well, here's this field we have to do. Go off and harvest it. And she said, all right. And I just paid her 621 pounds. Actually, yeah, let's change the money to pounds. So there. Now hopefully I have everything we need. Or I'll do the grass cutting this way. I will get this one. You'll see my idea. And I will reset that to the main farm. There. And is my grass field ready to be cut? Why can I not do that? Darn it. Okay, shut it off. Pardon the jump here. Growing. Darn it. So I have another way to get silage up to speed right now. Why can I not tap through all the different crops? Is it a setting I have in the game turned on? Is it? I don't know. It just frustrates me when you can't cycle through everything on the map. And I'm not even sure. Well, it looks like it's in the first growth stage. So that's great. Let's bring it around over to this side. Unload bales. Unload them right there. 54% full. Jump in our John Deere again. And now that we're off the road, we don't need the beacon going. Now, I know how I'm going to do this. Quick and easy. Pick up this one. Set this one about right there. Lower it down. Pick up this one. Push that one back a bit more. It might still be too low. Yep, just a hair. There. Now watch the magic. She's heavy. Let's readjust our cruise because of how heavy we are. Hopefully this is enough straw for the sheep. Oh, they also produce manure. I did not know that. So that must be what that thing is over there. Cool. And that last bale could stay there because it'll just get used up as it goes along. Alright, so I'll need a muck spreader then. Let's see, do I have enough money for the one I want? Yeah, I do. And I have enough horsepower. So let's go with that one. Alright. Chloe, you're done. You're not doing as good of a job as I was hoping for. But I'll keep you on for other contracts. Hopefully you'll do better on those. I mean, look at all these sunflowers she missed. All she wanted to do was finish up this field quick so she could get back to her boyfriend. But when farming, there is no rush. Everything is done in its own time. Sweet, 47 hours till my next sheep arrives. So yeah, all the mods I'm currently running right now, or well, I have. Do I have any in here? Yeah, I have the Lizard 9509 trailer. Nothing in headers. Disc arrows. I have the John Deere 2660 VT disc. Vertical tillage. That'll be neat to do. Mowers, do I have the... Nope. Nah. Nope. Balers. I have all these. I have the John Deere 690, the Marshall BC 32. And then tractors. Anything in small? No. Nope, nothing in large either. Go through here. I have the John Deere 700 or 7000 series. Telehandlers. I have the John Deere 4500. Yeah, and that's it. Now, does the John Deere have its own? No, it doesn't. Alright, good. And Chloe messed this field up for me. She was doing horrible. So now I'm left to do all this work on my own. I paid her good money too. 691 pounds. But I got her in the buddy seat, watching how this is supposed to go until the contract is completed. And we'll stick in this field to harvest the rest for extra cash. So, how is everyone's day going so far? Hope everyone's doing well through this pandemic. Hope none of you have the virus. I've been lucky so far. I've been working all through this pandemic. And I work at McDonald's. And I've never got sick. Mind you, it's probably because I also have a good immune system. I hardly ever get sick. When I get the common cold, I'm out. I don't feel well, obviously. I get miserable. I complain a lot more. Not saying I complain a whole lot now. I used to. About 3 years ago. Actually, I used to complain a lot. Almost right up until halfway through last year. Now I just go with the flow. This pandemic has irritated me. What we have to do now when we go out. Wear a face mask. Only so many people allowed in a store at one time. But at work, it's almost worse because not only do we have to wear a face mask, but since we can't keep 6 meters apart, or sorry, 2 meters apart, our health department has told us we also have to wear face shields. So not only do we have to wear a face mask, but we have to wear a face shield on top of that. It'll get better, guys. Day by day. Where I am, they already started rolling out the vaccines for people 85 and older, and then they do, once they're all done, they do the people 75 and older, then 55 and older, or sorry, then 65 and older. They go 85 first, then 75 up, then 65 up, then 55 up. So yeah, and now they're saying it'll be about 4 months to do the 85 and up. Just about half a year to do one group of people. I won't bore you guys with it because I'm sure you're just as fed up with it as I am. So, I'm gonna do one video per contract. So after this contract is done, and I finish off the entire field, I'll end the video and move on to the next chore and make a video of that as well. Now I know I can also harvest sunflowers with the corn header, but I wanted the sunflower header just to get the 3 miles per hour quicker speed. Otherwise I'd be doing all this at 6 miles an hour. And when you could get that 3 mile per hour better speed out of it, it does go a whole lot quicker. You wouldn't think of it. You wouldn't think it would, but because it's only 3 miles. But look at it this way. if you're driving down the road 30 miles per hour and another car comes up to you in the other lane and they're doing 31, even though they're going 1 mile per hour faster, they're still pulling away from you. And get full so I could sell off this load. Where am I even taking this load? Into the city. Or into the village. And I have I've just decided of a great opening for my next video, which will be the opening for every video on this series. And I'll only do a 30-second opening. Hold on guys, muting my mic for a sec. Alright guys, sorry about that. I just wanted to get my intro for the next video queued up and put at the right spot. And I realized that I missed a bit back there. I gotta get every last bit of sunflower seeds off of here. So, I think for time being, since I also have the combine, I think I'll save up for buying a small field for getting straw. No, I thought I almost had to sneeze there for a sec. And trust me guys, I'll remember. If they're not already, I'll have comments going on the next video. If they're not already. Oh, I missed 2 strips of sunflower seeds. But trust me guys, these are classified as sunflower seeds because I've worked on a farm before harvesting sunflowers for the actual flower. The guy sold them off at a market about 50 kilometers away from me. When picking sunflowers for actual flowers, you have to pick them by hand. And what you do is you walk up to it and you have to stand right next to the sunflower, and it has to be from your shoulder, and you reach down, and as far down as you could reach, you cut it off just below your hand. Well, not just below, it could be a little bit lower, but you get the idea. And my job in that part was I'd take the John Deere tractor the farmer had with a 3-point hitch pallet fork on the back, and he already had a pallet made up with a bunch of buckets with water in them. And I would just drive out to the field, pick them up by hand, and drive back to the barnyard, the farmyard, load them into, put them on the ground, load up another load of buckets with water in them, and then go back and do it all over again. It was actually a fun job. I liked the fact that the type of John Deere tractor he had, it had a, well, what I would call a side shift. Because the tractors we had on our farm, the gear stick was right in front of us, and on this guy's John Deere, the gear stick was in the area where you'd see it in a car, off to the right hand side. So it kind of, and just the way the gears shifted, it kind of made me feel like I was driving a transport truck, or as they call it in this part of the world in the game, a lorry. Why can I not unload you? No, I had to. Yeah, because that part is, yeah. Plus, you notice as you harvest the sunflowers, they don't look anything like the plant. They don't look like a flower at all. talking about the in-game harvesting sunflowers now. Not the harvest I did. Now, of course, I wasn't making much money doing that. I mean, one, I got paid under the table. And even though I told the farmer I had experience on a farm, he still paid me the same amount as all his other workers. Well, I guess that way it's fair. I mean, I had an easier job. I just had to sit on a tractor all day. But even that could be strenuous. I mean, yeah, I was sitting most of the time. But then, well, from the farmyard out to the field, I'd be sitting. Then once I got out to the field, I'd have to drive down the row a bit, find a bunch of sunflowers laying on the ground, get off the tractor, pick them up, put them in the bucket, drive a little further down the row, pick up a bunch of sunflowers, put them in the bucket, and I kept doing that until every bucket was full. Also, I should be honest, I didn't have that job very long, because as he went out to check on his workers harvesting the sunflowers and check on my job, he noticed I left bunches out in the field. I accidentally drove over a few bunches. So my job there lasted a week. And then he let me go. And that's when I got a job working at Marineland. And all I did at Marineland was it was an easy job. All I did was just sweep up the park. Half hour left of my shift, I emptied the garbage cans in my area, and then I went home. Whenever I think back to that one time, even to this day, even though it was years ago, I still laugh. Like usual, I never work set time. Oh, hold on guys, I gotta get that. home alone, and when the phone rings, I gotta answer it. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, so one time I worked from 3 in the afternoon to 8 at night, and I was driving back home and I saw Tim Hortons, and I went, yeah, I'll get a coffee. So I go up into the drive-thru, order myself a large double-double, and I pull up to the window, paid her exactly $1.50, which was the cost of a large coffee back then, and she gave me no change. She didn't tell me I didn't have enough. So I accept the cup from her and I drive off. Well, I get about 2 minutes down the highway, realized I hadn't touched my coffee yet. So while going down the road, I reached down to open up my coffee, and I suddenly realized the cup is a lot taller than it should be. I glanced down at it. She gave me an extra large. Now, I'm sure it's happened to other people before, and they just kept the extra large and carried on down the road. No, I'm an idiot. I took the next exit on the highway, got off at the next exit, went back to the other side of the highway, got back on, went back to the Tim Hortons, walked inside, and the manager was working the counter, and she goes, "Hi, can I help you?" And I went, "Yeah, I was in the drive-thru 5 minutes ago, and I had ordered a large double-double, and she charged me for a large double-double, but then gave me an extra large." And the manager just stands there, looks at the extra large coffee, and she goes, "So what do you want me to do?" "I want what I ordered." And she goes, "Okay." And here's where, if I wasn't tired, I would have laughed. She takes the extra large cup from me, grabs a large cup, and pours the extra large into the large cup. Any leftover she just dumped out. Well, then she really didn't like me. I told her that coffee was 5 minutes old. I wanted a fresh cup. And she did it for me. But no, nowadays if I order, well, this time that I'm talking about, when I had the large cups are now extra large. Yeah. So now I take a medium coffee, and if by accident they up the size on me, I just go with it. I just give myself a little chuckle and carry on down the road. So, an hour and 3 minutes I've been harvesting this field. And I'm 83% done. Yes! How good are my sheeps doing? Ooh. 112 liters of manure. I want more. Did I already buy the manure spreader? Yeah, I did. It'll still be a while before I use any of it. Because at 112 liters, everyone knows it's not going to get you very far. That's just a drop of manure in the spreader. No, I'll wait till the manure area is a lot fuller. And if well, no. I'll start using the manure once the sheep don't make any more. Well, run to the Massey. Run away from the Massey to get to the Massey. And obviously for privacy when I took that phone call, I also unplugged my mic. Because, you know, I don't need the world hearing about why people call us. And of course, if it was work calling me, I would have quickly came back on here and said that I had to go. But, as you see, I'm still sitting here, and I highly doubt at 10 to 11 in the morning they're gonna call me. I remember one time they did, not this late in the day. Everyone had just woken up. It was coming up to 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and one of my managers called me from work asking if I could come in. And I said, yeah, sure. Well, I got to work, and apparently the person I was covering for, their parents called the restaurant, and they had a family emergency at home. The manager never told me what it was. The parents of the worker never told us what it was. I was just thankful to get a 7-hour shift under my belt. How much longer? want to get going on my farm. Yeah, I'll put Chloe back to work, why not? Let's see, what do I have for... Well, the field is 100% fertilized anyway, so I don't really need anything else. Ah, that's what I could do. I'll start making a bit more silage. My way. I'ma do things my way. It's my way. My way or the freeway. Well, technically this is free. Let's grab our windrower here. Oh, I just killed a sheep. Oh, I just killed another one. Let's not cut any more grass in this area. That'd just be shredding up sheep. I know where I'll go. Nope, not here. I want to go over here. You'll see how I'm going to do this. Using both the mower and the windrower together. It's actually very effective. So I'll do 2 laps of this area just to show you how I would do it, and I'll finish up the contract because it's 91% completed, and then I'll call it a video. Let's see how much money we can make in contracts. And how are my sheep doing, by the way? 1 liter of wool. That's good. It only took them almost 2 hours. But hey, I only got 20 sheep. And in 47 hours, 47? Yeah, 47 hours exactly, I'll get 1 more sheep. Turn off the windrower so it doesn't mess up the swath. Turn the windrower back on, drop it, drop the mower. And see, you basically go over where all the previous grass is thrown, and you throw it back off to the left, along with any other grass you just mowed up. Now, it's not really a quick way of doing it. The quicker way would be using, well, any other windrower other than this. But you use what you can afford. Right now, this is all I can afford, with saving some money for later on. I mean, I have 229,000 pounds. I'm not exactly hurting for money. But after I finish this episode, I'll do some more off camera and come back to you sometime tomorrow. Because I won't be able to do an early morning video tomorrow because I have to go to work. But I'll be back here around noon. Either noon or 11:30 in the morning. Eastern Standard Time, obviously. This New Holland has its work cut out for it. And perfect. I just finished. And the work, and Chloe is 83% full. So see how well that worked out? And now she's doing a much better job. Good Chloe. So what I'm thinking of doing is selling this off, getting contract complete, because yeah, 94%. And over half this trailer full. It'll tell me contract complete. And then I'll do some more stuff offline. Alright. Let's go take this 51% of the trailer off to the sell point. Charge! Going off to the sell point to get some money. Going off to the sell point to get some money. Woohoo! Oh yeah, he's going to be good. Alright, I like this sell point and hate it at the same time. Like it because it's not that far from the field. Hate it because I have to do like almost a 4-point turn. Now, is this enough? Will this be enough for contract complete? Yes, it is. And so far I've made an extra 10,258 pounds. So now I'll just go back to the field, finish harvesting the rest of the field so I get more money. And then I'll accept contract complete. Alright, and that's the end of this episode. Catch you later.